Okay, so Claude can be used to generate some office format documents like PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Excel, and many others. But one problem that I noticed right away is usually, even though the design is quite decent, it is not quite as pretty when the document, let's say the PowerPoint, was generated using a feature called Claude Design. So this is still brand new, and I think this is actually an amazing tool if you want to generate a prototype or even a nice looking document. But perhaps one problem with Claude Design is it is very expensive. I mean, if you subscribe to the pro version of Claude, you might be only able to use this tool perhaps a few times a month, and that's not actually a good look, especially if you're planning to create lots of documents with Claude. So basically, for most people, you are stuck with the artifacts feature, which is just good enough. But what if we want to get something that looks prettier? What if we want to get a more branded and consistent looking document when we are asking Claude to generate a particular document format? Well, as it turns out, it is actually quite possible. So there is a feature on Claude called Skill, and you can use it to guide AI when you task it to do certain work. Like when you ask AI to generate a PowerPoint document, for example, then it's going to follow a set of instructions that was provided in the skill file, the skill.md file. And that is a very detailed file that will detail everything about the font, the tonality, the color, and the rules, the do and the don'ts. Those will be available in that file. And in this video, I'll show you on how you can create that file using Claude, and you can just provide the examples, like perhaps you have some poster, some other documents that you have created in the past. You can fed that to Claude, and then AI will analyze everything and will create a skill.md file. So the next time you want to create a PowerPoint or Microsoft Word document, then that skill file will be used as the guideline. This is actually a great way to achieve a much better looking and branded document without utilizing the expensive Claude Design feature. So here's what you need to do. So first, you need to open Claude on your computer or maybe the desktop version of Claude. And then you have to prepare the document that you want to upload, and that's going to be used as an example. And in this case, I'm going to use this document. This is a document that was created in Canva. Now I have this in a PowerPoint format, so I'll just upload that document. Okay, I'm going to upload that to Claude, and then this is the prompt that you can use. And by the way, you can also use the desktop version of Claude if you want to, but here I'm just using the desktop web version of Claude. Okay, so this is the prompt. It is, I know it's very long, so I'll put this prompt in the description down below. And right here for the model, I think Sonnet is fine, but I'm going to enable adaptive thinking. Okay, now just wait for the document to be uploaded. And by the way, it is also possible to upload image files or other document formats, because those can be used or analyzed by AI to be learned, and then it might affect the outcome or the skill.md file later. Okay, just wait, and then you can send the message. Okay, so it took about 5 minutes to generate this skill.md file, and honestly, I didn't even realize that my PowerPoint file was really big. But anyway, I got this file, and you can save it as a skill. So usually there's going to be a button right here that says save skill, or you can also just download the file manually, and then you can upload that as a skill on Claude. So it's up to you which method that you want to use to apply this as a skill, but I'm going to use this button, save as skill. And if you want to manage the skill that you have on Claude, you can navigate to a menu called customize right here, and then you can click skills, and you'll see that this is the new branded skill that will be used to generate a document. So this is the name of the file. Of course, you can always customize it. You can also uninstall it from your Claude if you want to. But anyway, let's try creating a document. So here, I guess I'm going to start. Maybe I want to create a document about, okay, generate a PowerPoint document about the mythos model from Anthropic and how the world reacts to it. Okay, so this is my prompt, and make sure that you are enabling the skill. Let me just check skills. Okay, sorry about that. Yep, this is the name of the file or the skill. Now, in the desktop version, you have to select or type the name of the skill, but in desktop version, especially Claude Cowork, usually it will be used automatically by default. So you have to type it first, which is this name, which is very difficult to pronounce. But anyway, here I'm going to send the message and just wait for AI to generate a document. Again, any document based on the skill that was created earlier. So this might take quite a while, so I'll just skip a while and I'll show you the final result. Alright, so finally I got the PowerPoint document. Now, before I show you the result, I want to remind you about what is the visual in the original document. So this is the original document that Claude is trying to mimic or emulate on the PowerPoint document. And this is the result. Okay, just wait for it. And maybe there's something that you need to know about previewing the document. So usually, even though it can get very close, most of the times the preview in the artifact in Claude is not exactly the same as when you are actually getting the PowerPoint or the OCX document. So this is the result, and honestly, it's just a bit off. There are a few problems that I could notice, and usually it's on the spacing or maybe the font. But once you download the document, usually those problems will go away. So let me just open the version that I have downloaded to my computer. And there you go. So I think it is safe to say that it is a lot cleaner than the preview in the artifact feature. So this is the PowerPoint format, and I think it looks quite decent. And okay, there's still some problem like this text, but it's not a big deal. But more or less, I'm quite happy with the result. Now, of course, the same skill can also be used to generate a different format. Like in this case, I created a website. So this is an HTML file, and again, if you want to get actually the best looking version of the document, I highly recommend to download that to your computer, and you can preview it on your computer, or perhaps in this case via a browser. And this is a document that I created, actually a HTML website that I created from a document using Claude. So as you can see, I would say it is quite similar to the styling in the PowerPoint document that I created using Canva. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a one way to create a branded document, whether it is Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, using Claude AI. And again, the full prompt will be available in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.